As you probably guessed by the title of this video, today we are talking about 3 reasons why you need to buy a house in Ontario in 2021. Maybe you've just been sitting on the sidelines watching the market and the prices. Maybe you have your pre-approval and decided to take a step back from looking after losing out on a couple of offers. Or maybe you don't even think home ownership is right for you. Hopefully the information in this video can give you a different perspective as to why you should potentially purchase a property this year as opposed to next year, the year after that, or the year after that if you're able to. And let's not waste any time. If you're new here, what's up? My name's Andre. I'm a real estate agent here in Ontario servicing Barrie and the Simcoe area, and on this channel I make real estate related videos like this one. So check them out if you like it. Also drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this video. Reason number 1 as to why you should purchase a property in 2021 and this crazy real estate market and everything that's happened so far is for the fact that prices will likely continue to rise. Now I know there's multiple sides to that discussion, some that I agree with and some that I don't agree with, but as it stands right now and from my perspective and opinion of being an active realtor practicing in the field, I don't see a price crash happening anytime soon. The exact opposite has happened despite everything that has been thrown at the real estate market in the last 2 years. And even though there's now a current fear of interest rates going up, the stress test potentially increasing, buyers being priced out of certain price ranges and then quitting their search, we still have seen prices steadily appreciating and increasing. Now don't get me wrong, it could happen. It very well could happen, and a small part of my brain thinks that maybe it should happen. But the fact of the matter is this: building a new property has gotten increasingly expensive due to the lumber shortage and price hike in building materials. There are developments all across Ontario that are severely delayed due to COVID and will be built for another 4, 5, 6, 7, or even 8 years. And overall, there's just been a shortage of resale and rental residences in Ontario for the past decade. Meaning despite the crazy times that we've been through, real estate is very likely going to continue on its trend of steadily appreciating year over year in the long term. Which if you're buying property, we always recommend looking at it from a 5 to 10 year strategy. The thing about the real estate market or the stock market is that we don't really know what trend or position we're in until it's really over. We can have as many indicators as we want pointing us in one direction, but like we saw in 2020, the market can take a totally different direction, and ultimately it's a mystery until it's not. In November 2020, when this crazy seller's market was just starting up, people thought prices were also going to fall, and everyone was wondering where this pent-up demand was coming from, but no one could have predicted that we were on the verge of one of the biggest price surges in Canadian real estate market history, for better or for worse. But it strengthens the fact that if you are ready to buy and can afford to do so with a long-term strategy in mind, you should buy. And don't just take my word for it. There's a famous quote by Ken Fisher that reads, "Time in the market beats timing the market almost always." And might I add, his net worth is a hefty $5.5 billion, so I take that advice very seriously. Reason number 2 is low interest rates. The average interest rate right now is around 2%, the lowest it has been in years and years and years, and that means you, as a consumer, have cheaper access to borrowing money. Of that money that you borrow, you pay less in interest, which equates to lower monthly costs, and overall gives you, as the consumer, more purchasing power of that borrowed money. Very similarly, we don't exactly know what's going to happen with these interest rates. They might stay the same for a few years, they might go down, but I think it's within the realm of possibility that they will not stay this low forever. So there's an opportunity to get a great mortgage at a great rate and get into the real estate market, as we don't know exactly what the next year or 2 or 3 might bring. And that brings us to reason number 3, which is security. Now, security is one of the many benefits of home ownership. Obviously, you have equity, appreciation, leverage, tax advantages, total control, and so on. A topic for another video, but I wanted to specifically highlight security, and it may be different in your specific area or market, but from what I'm hearing in Barrie and the GTA, there is quite a bit of turnover happening in the freehold rental market. Landlords are trying to capitalize on this price surge, so they're selling their properties and effectively kicking the tenants out. The problem is that since so many new buyers are entering the market with low interest rates and buying up these properties, these tenants are stepping into a very competitive rental market where rents have actually gone up despite everything that has happened in the past year and a half. Purchasing a property does provide you with security on shelter. Once you close on that deal, that house and that land, that's yours. The only way that someone's going to take that away from you is if you default on your mortgage and the bank comes knocking. But if you're renting, you can be the best tenant in the entire world, never miss a payment for your entire lifetime, but there's still no guarantee that in 6 to 12 months, that will be your residence. If you have a 1-year lease, that's great. The majority go month to month after a 1-year lease and continue to stay on month to month after that. And you can have the landlord's kids trying to move in, a major demolition, or a whole host of other factors as to why you are not guaranteed that residence for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or any time in the future beyond that. So the final reason in this video as to why you should buy a property in 2021 is that there's no guarantee that you'll be living where you currently are living and where you want to be living, or even paying the rate that you're currently paying. But if you purchase a property, then you get the advantages of homeownership, on which a very important one is security of shelter for yourself and your family. So let me know in the comments below whether you agree or disagree on my 3 reasons as to why you should purchase a property in 2021, and if not, what's holding you back. We are still in an unprecedented and unpredictable market, but I stand true with the fact that purchasing a property should be a strategic investment with a 5 to 10 year outlook. And if you follow that strategy, then that increases your chances of success. I personally know a couple people that didn't pull the trigger in November 2020. Oh, quite a few people that did not pull the trigger in November 2020 because they didn't know where the market was gonna go, and they are seriously regretting their decision now. Now, that crazy price surge and appreciation is slowly coming to a stop. I do think we're heading into a more balanced market, but again, stay true with the 5 to 10 year outlook. If you're buying a property, can you see yourself living in that neighborhood, that area for the next 5 to 10 years? And that increases your chances of success. But make sure to consult your mortgage broker and realtor before diving headfirst into this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.